Well, there have been a number of dog attacks this year, and tonight officials are cautioning the public to ensure that their animals do not become a menace to society. Our Tyler Simonet has the details in this report.
Officials from the Humane Society urging dog owners to be more responsible of their pets, noting that the carnage will not stop until dog owners and law enforcement take action against it. This after a man was mauled by dogs over the weekend and died.
Those dogs should have been contained to the property. And that is a constant issue we have here in the Bahamas, where people do not contain their dogs to their property. And this must stop, because otherwise, unless we have the laws are enforced, that people have to learn and people pay fines and suffer, whatever happens in the court of law, this will continue to happen. I mean, I think it is the owner's responsibility, though. If they are going to have a dog, and it depends on the purpose. If it's a family dog, it's a household dog, and the dog is aggressive when protecting, the property, that's one thing. If a dog is completely aggressive, they need to then look into getting the dog some training. Otherwise, they probably should part company with that dog.
Now, earlier this year, a woman was viciously attacked by 3 pit bull dogs, an attack that left her in the hospital to recover from serious injuries. Dog behavioral therapist Devlin Stubbs encourages anyone faced with a potential dog attack to protect themselves in any way they can, and gives advice on how you can avoid any dire injuries.
An aggressive dog, it's a difficult situation to deal with. You don't want to break off running, because that would encourage them to give chase. So if at all you recognize that standing your ground and maybe giving a gesture gets them to back up a little bit, that may give you a little window to avoid getting bitten. Sometimes it depends on the situation. Sometimes you can tell that it's just a scare, and they're just barking kind of a big show, but they're actually not going to do anything. And if you could tell that, then it's better not to accelerate the situation and just kind of keep moving along your way.
William Wilson, a dog trainer of some 5 years, notes that there are a number of factors that can cause a dog to become aggressive, including isolation, being chained up constantly, and abuse. He admonishes any dog owner who neglects their pets and insists that training should be done from a very young age before any dangerous behaviors are exhibited.
Any dog can can cause these type of problems, but it all depends on who the owner is, what they're doing. In cases like this, it's normally there's no sort of safety measures put in place by owners as far as kenneling or wherever the dogs may stay, or even in terms of training. Dogs should have training, because at the end of the day, they are animals that we are keeping where we reside, and so there should always be a safety measures put in place for them. Start before they start to exhibit these behaviors. Many people are not familiar with how dogs actually behave. And so to understand that, I would recommend that anyone that owns a dog would get training first and foremost from they are pups.
And if you feel as if it's too late to train your dog as they're already exhibiting unstable or aggressive behavior, Shanador Stubbs assures the public that it's never too late to seek help.
When you think about age, it doesn't play a factor in training, none whatsoever. From you see those behaviors being displayed, I'd say, like I say once again, I'm not going to change what I say, consult a trainer right away. And the way you can fix things like that is, you have this training called behavior modification. It's just a matter of taking the dog out of its environment, teaching it the basic commands, to sit, sit down, and then properly socializing the dog, taking it out and about public areas, desensitizing the dog, and eventually that dog will come around.
You can train your dog at any age. You just have to work out maybe a little more habits by either the dog or the owner.
Tyler Simonet, Eyewitness News.